Hello amphibian lovers, it's AmphibianBoss here, and today I just wanted to show you guys something that I filmed, 3.5, 4 weeks ago. I went to the Toronto Zoo, and I filmed the reptiles and amphibians, some birds, some mammals, but the African animals and other animals that you could see at the zoo and you kind of think about at the zoo, I didn't think were necessary to put in this video. But all the reptiles, all the amphibians, like everyone on my channel probably loves some birds and some mammals that I appreciate and I like for my favorite mammals. So I just wanted to put that on there. But most of the mammals I didn't think were very necessary, and some of the birds. And I just wanted to apologize. I haven't been uploading very frequently on my channel because I have been busy with school. But today is actually my first day I haven't been in school because yesterday was my last exam. So I had the whole summer off now. I don't know, September something, early mid-September I'm gonna start school again. So I'm looking forward to this entire summer that I get to film videos for you guys and do lots of cool things, make some care videos, some setup videos, and I'll actually be making a setup video today. That's everything. Without further ado, I just like to show you guys my zoo. And also, this is going to be in 2 parts, so be prepared that there's going to be 2 parts being uploaded. So, see you guys later. I also wanted to make note that I took all the sound out of this, and then I'm doing a voiceover all of the video, because if you've ever been to a zoo before, usually there's people in the background. There's usually people in the background saying stupid things, idiots saying stupid things. That's usually what idiots do. And sometimes there's little kids crying, and it's hard to explain things, and sometimes it gets very, very annoying in videos. And I just wanted to voice over it just so I could inform you guys on what's actually in some of the tanks and exhibits, and just see if I can let you guys in on some information on some of these animals. So first, to start off, here is this cool little Amazon tank. Huge fish in there. There's this great big gourami and some pacu fish in there. Now here's the above view of these turtles. They are Malaysian painted turtles. Probably from Malaysia. This was the Malaysia greenhouse. I forget what the exhibit's called. Pavilions. It was very cool to see these little turtles. They're cute. Now here's an arowana fish. It says something else on the sign about the fish, but it's an arowana fish, usually found in the Amazon. Now you can see these catfish. You can see their tails just above the water. They're in such shallow water that you can see their tails just shooting right out of the water. It's kind of cool. And here's this waterfall right where the catfish were. You can kind of hear in the background. It's kind of cool. And now there's these tortoises all over the place at the zoo. It's just in these exhibits. I forget what they're called. They're like a Russian tortoise or something. Malaysian tortoise, probably. Here's a great big African rock python, probably like 15 to 20 feet. It was a great big huge snake. Now here's a painted, or not a painted turtle, a soft-shell turtle in here, and there's an other kind of Florida turtle, I believe, in here. Green water dragon, very common in the pet trade, usually found at most pet stores. And there was also this Vietnamese box turtle. You couldn't see these, that's why I'm showing the signs. Now I think the water dragon was in here. If you can look closely, like sitting right in the waterfall, and you can see a little bit of orange up in the corner there. In the middle, you can kind of see that mandarin newt. There's a cobra, and you couldn't see the cobra, and there was a leaf turtle. And now usually you don't find these frogs because it was daytime, so they were probably sleeping, but there was these 2 frogs you can see. Now there was this cool little peacock, and there's this guy freaking out around the peacock, crazy man, but kids, and there's peacock just head bobbing, pretty sick. Now there was a gaboon viper in here, I believe. Yep, gaboon viper. Very venomous snake if you don't already know. And there was also a royal python. If you don't know, royal pythons are just ball pythons, I believe. That's what it looked like, but royal python, whatever. Same thing. Now you can see these ringtail lemurs just hanging out in here. One of my favorite animals, usually just distinct to Madagascar. Now in here there was this great big soft-shell turtle. He's huge, actually. And there's these neat-looking birds I've never really seen before. I just want to show them. Now, apparently, there's more of these tortoises in here. Apparently, there was a monitor in here, a savannah monitor. A now monitor, but I didn't see it. There's this cool eel. Really neat. I didn't get the name out of that, sorry. Now, here is the chameleon section. There's baby chameleons incubating, and there's also baby chameleons in their habitats. Now, here is the veiled chameleon. Veiled or panther chameleon? I think this is a veiled chameleon. Now, this, I think, is the Robertsons. Said. This is the Robertsons, I think, chameleon. There's this huge aquarium just full of African cichlids. All the little colors everywhere. There's babies, large ones, all sizes. Really neat. That was this cool, like, Amazon kind of look to this aquarium. Now, it was half and half, so you could see the land area and the plants hanging down into the water there. But it was a really neat little tank. It would actually be a really good centerpiece in a house. It was cool. Little plants there. Sorry if I'm not that good at speaking here, but I'm not that good. Some kind of crocodile. They're like dwarf crocs, but there's actually a baby crocodile in that nest. You can't see it. There's eggs there too. These are tomato frogs, common in the pet trade. These are golden mantulas. They are actually an endangered species where they are native to, but they're tiny. Like, I didn't think these things are that small. I've seen pictures of them, but I never thought they were that small. They're golden mantulas. And also common in the pet trade, African clawed frogs. Some of these are smaller. A lot of them were giant little frogs. Giant little frogs. They weren't little. They were huge. And up next, one of the mammals I wanted to show you guys is otters. Now, I think these are Vietnamese, Chinese otters or something. But they were giant otters. Some kind of giant otter. And they're actually really big. And they were cool just hanging around playing. I like otters. Otters, one of my favorite mammals. Now, these were called tiny tortoises. No joke, they're called tiny tortoises. And they were small. Probably the size of my hand. Now, here's some hippos. Hippos are vegetarians, even though they can be such aggressive animals. Now, this one's eating grass. I don't know if they feed the hippos, but it was eating grass like a cow, just grazing along. And you can see the hippo in this next clip is in the water. And I actually got some pretty good footage today. This one raises its head out of the water, which is really cool. And they usually stay under the water for a long time. Now, this is like the coolest thing. I thought there was just like trees and stuff. But I come around this corner and I look straight ahead and I'm like, oh, those are giraffes. So there's mama giraffe, baby giraffe. And I don't think I filmed the barrier that they have, but all it is a small fence and a little ditch. Like, that's all they have. It's just this little trench and a fence to keep them out. Keep them in, sorry. One of my favorite African mammals, the second African animal I have here is the hyena. Probably my favorite, if you ever ask. It's my favorite animal from Africa. That was a pretty cool animal. Crazy. Made me chuckle every time I look at it. Get it? Hyenas laugh. Polar bears. My mom wanted to see polar bears. Nothing really to say about the polar bears, but they swim like humans. You just look at these guys once they play with each other and they dive and stuff. They swim like a human would. And it was actually, they were probably happy to be swimming in there. I wanted to go swimming with them because it was hot out. And you can see this polar bear over here is just eating grass, I guess. He's hanging out there. Yeah, there's more polar bears. I wanted to go swim with them because it was hot out that day. It was really hot. But they swim like humans for some reason. I thought they were cool. Now up here, I love this habitat. This was a snowy owl, Arctic snowy owl, I think. That's the name, Arctic snowy owl. He's just there right in the middle. You can see his little white head. I like this habitat on mister and stuff in it. Now here are some more turtles. And there was a monitor, I think, in here too. You could see its little black tail. Yeah, there's a monitor in there. Now this is the area where the pythons are. Now this is a green tree boa, I think, or a green tree python. They're both, the same. One's a boa, one's a python. These are the green tree boas. And you can see she was misting them because they need a lot of humidity to stay. I like humidity. That's them. There's this recording thing in the screen, so I can't really see some of it. So I'm trying to get memory. I think these were beardy dragons. Yep, bearded dragons. And you can see the lady put another bearded dragon in there. The one was chilling. The other one was just going crazy as soon as you went in there. If you can see him. And here, I couldn't find it. And I was like, where is it? I want to get it over with. I want to get as much video in this day as possible. And I just look in the corner here, and there's this little skink. There's the skink. It's his butt. Skink's butt.